Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the occupants pushing his word throughout the four corners of the planet. Alright, and shalom to the elect. And real quick, alright, um, if this news right here is true, alright, what this devil is preparing, what that great slaughter. Alright, matter of fact, let me get this. Um, Let me get this. All right. This is Ezekiel 21:8. Again, the word of Adonai came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Adonai, say a sword is sharpened and is also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth and get Timothy the rod of my son as every tree? And it have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hands of the slayer. All right, and who's the slayer? The slayer is Esau Edom. All right, crowd and how, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. Right, so this sword is being sharpened, all right, to come down upon you so-called Israelites. And like I said, if this is true, all right, which more than likely it is, all right, then what? This devil, let me get this. I'm gonna let the video play, then I'll grab this.
Man, I don't know, man. Hearing news this week that the United Nations had a vote on whether or not food was a right, and finding out that the United States is the only country that said no, really doesn't make me want to go outside.
This is about the 10th video I've seen where a creator talks about how they just heard about the United Nations vote on the right to food and how the United States voted against it. I noticed what was common about most of these videos is that the creator was quick to talk about how they feel on the matter and wanted to leave out all of the information that would have left their audience just a little more pissed. Like this map that you see a lot of the creators using to talk about this. The problem with the map is not that it's inaccurate. The problem with the map is that it's from 2021. And if you're wondering why you're just hearing about it now, that's because they didn't tell us. It wasn't in the news, whether it be national or local. It wasn't in the newspapers. It wasn't in any magazines. They didn't have a press conference on this. They just straight up hoped that we would not find out. This is where it starts getting good, because not only was this vote made during a Democratic presidency, but along with this vote, the ambassador got to make a speech on why they decided to vote that way. The speech itself is rather lengthy, mostly with the ambassador disagreeing upon the language of what they were being asked to agree to, mainly when it pertained to pesticides and other things. But there was one part of their speech that did stand out among the rest. The United States supports the right of everyone to an adequate standard of living, including food, as recognized in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Domestically, the United States pursues policies that promote access to food, and it is our objective to achieve a world where everyone has adequate access to food. But we do not treat the right to food as an enforceable obligation. Keep in mind, when they said we, they're referring to our government. So our government stance on this is that everyone should have adequate access to food at all times, but they should not be the ones responsible of making sure people have it. Of course.
So there you go. All right. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And that's what this devil is about to do. All right, this devil is planning, all right, a mass slaughter. All right, mass, pretty much extinction of you people, man. All right, and chiefly you tribes. All right, now you heard what he said. Hey, they agree to have that you should have food, but they're not agreeing that what they should be the ones that supply it. Well, who's going to supply the food? All right, if it's not the government, hey, because they don't want you growing your own food. All right, nobody owns farms. All right, nobody owns land so they can grow their own food. A lot of the seeds are GMO. All right, a lot of the water is contaminated. All right, a lot of the food factories have burnt down. All right, so who who do they expect to provide the food? All right, you get a fine if you try to grow your own vegetables and things of that nature in your garden. All right, if they catch you collecting rainwater in some states, all right, you get a fine, right? So what these devils are pretty much they're setting the stage, all right, for a no way out situation, all right. So where you solely going to have to depend on them, and they're going to be uh uh give you food as they see fit, and whoever they see fit to give it to. It says, I'm gonna read that again. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So this devil is about to come down with great wrath. All right, let me get this. Let me get this. All right, and this is ultimately orchestrated by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, putting it on the minds, all right, of these elites and these leaders, all right, to bring this what you call what they would call it man-made famine, if you will. Ezekiel 4:13, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and I will break the staff of bread thereof, and I will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So the Lord is about to bring that famine of bread and water. All right, and you people are, hey, because listen, hey, you people, hey, we just did a Day of Atonement, all right, and we had the fast for what 24 hours. Hey, and just that 24 hours. I mean, for the most part, me personally, I could eat I eat about one meal a day. So, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not gonna lie. 24 hours of no eating and drinking nothing. Hey man, I was feeling. I wasn't like I wasn't like you know like I wasn't like totally out of it, but I did feel a little weak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So hey man, hey, can you imagine 3 days without eating or drinking, or not having the 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 nourishments that your body need to 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 uh to go on, or or provide, be able to do what that food that you need to actually survive. All right, hey man, these people are going to lose it, right? So you can see what that this devil is planning. This devil is planning. All right, to come down with holy hell, man. And it said what in America was the only country that was against it. All right, so telling you what they're gonna starve you you Babylonians out. Let me get this. All right, and this is and this is where cannibalism, all right, is gonna come into play at. Let me get this. Salaki, bear with me. This is Isaiah 19 and 20. Matter of fact, let me see if I can start up. Isaiah 19 and 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Yeah. All right, you people are going to resort, all right, to cannibalism. All right, eating each other. All right, hey man, eating yourselves. All right, because of the lack of bread. Right? Let me get this. Let me get this. Let me get this. This is, let's go here. Lamentations, okay, 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they, Salakia, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through want of the fruits of the field. Yeah. So the Lord is saying, what is better that you die of being, of death, all right, or getting shot or killed or a quick death than die of hunger. Because when you die of hunger, all right, you actually pine away. All right, it's not a quick easy death. All right, like what they say. I think dying of hunger is like the number one worst thing to die from. Dying of hunger, and I believe drowning. Right, that's like the worst two deaths. Right. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through it says, through for want of the fruit of all the field. Right? And when you hungry, right, you actually hallucinate, all right, because your brain need different proteins, all right, to be able to operate. All right, you begin to hallucinate. You be able to, you begin to see things that's not there. All right, you start going stare crazy, right? And once again, these things don't take long. All right, I believe you can live a week without. You can live 3 days, 3 days without water, and a week without food. I believe that's the ratio. All right, so hey, in a week is not a long time. So after 3 4 days, 5 days, hey man, you're going to be in the spirit of eating anything that you can to survive, and that's including even people. Right? Let me get this. Uh, let me get this. This is, whew, yeah, it's gonna get bad out here, man, and it's gonna get bad very fast. All right, you people are not gonna know what's gonna hit you, man. Second address, fit. Let me get this. Second address 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings, nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and that's what's going to happen. All right, when this hyperinflation kick in. All right, when the food is scarce. All right, when you can't get it, you can't afford it. All right, these people are gonna lash out. All right, and they're gonna go crazy. All right, and you're gonna be living in the movie The Walking Dead, man. All right, you're gonna have people that's gonna be all right, all out right cannibals. All right, on some Hannibal Lecter shit, man. All right, the kidney beans, the what the boy said, the fava beans with the kidneys, the kidney beans, Clarice, right? On some Hannibal Lecter shit. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. In the course of their actions shall stand their power. Meaning what? All right, they're not gonna listen. All right, to authority. All right, they're not gonna listen. All right, to the president, the mayor, the governor. All right, your neighborhood policeman. All right, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, because all hell's going to be breaking loose. All right, they're going to have main bridges blocked off. Hey, they might even take them out. All right, they might even take out main bridges like completely, whereas though they blow them up. Who knows? How what these people going to do, man? In the act of being desperate, man. All right, because what desperate times calls for desperate measures. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbors, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. That's the point, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for the great tribulation. All right. So, hey, man, hey, these devils are about to bring down the hammer. All right, and it's really everything is really orchestrated by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, just to put it simple. All right, the Lord is about to put the spirit on these devils. All right, to bring down the hammer. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna say Shalom.